My father maintained a secret family throughout most of my teenage years and my younger brother's early teens. He was involved with another woman, had 3 children with her, and even supported her other child, who is my age. She was fully aware of his marriage and knew about my brother and me, yet they built a separate family together and kept it hidden for a decade before she revealed it to my mother. The revelation shattered my mom, my brother, and me. Our entire world collapsed because of their actions, and they showed no remorse. They even expected us to embrace their new family with joy. The other woman wanted us to bond with her children, and my dad insisted they were our siblings, urging us to support them and avoid favoritism. That never happened. My brother and I are closest to each other and have no interest in connecting with the others. We don't include them in our lives or activities. We benefit from our well-off grandparents and the support our mother receives from her family. We're indifferent to the other kids' envy and have no intention of sharing what we have. I despise my father. I believe he's deeply flawed. I don't have to visit his house as often now, but spending 10 days a month there is still too much. I want nothing to do with him or his other family, but a court order mandates that my brother and I maintain contact until we're 18. So, we're counting down the days until we can cut ties with him for good. My brother and I have set our phones to mark the day we can say goodbye to him forever. It's exciting, and at home, we track the countdown together. My mom never speaks ill of my dad or his other family. She remains polite when we're around, and I'm unsure what happens when we're not there, but my dad tries to hurt her further by pressuring her to do things for his other children, which she refuses. Now he's gone even further, demanding she pay for their school lunches. Both he and his partner lost their jobs over the summer and took lower-paying ones. My mom took charge of the lunch accounts for my brother and me when school started, but my dad insisted she cover the other kids' lunches too. She refused. He ranted about it during our visit, telling his other children that my mom wanted them to go hungry, claiming she could afford to help but chose not to. He even showed them pictures of my mom taking my brother and me out to eat or doing fun activities. It infuriated me because he's so shameless, starting another family while married to her and then expecting her to support them. During dinner, he mentioned I seemed angry when he brought it up. I told him he was despicable for trying to make my mom responsible for his affair family. He insisted they're my family and my brother's too, and that my mom should help because of us. I made it clear I didn't want her to. I said they'd never be my family, and I couldn't believe he'd be so foolish. He warned me to watch my tone and claimed my mom was worse for hating his kids, calling her heartless. He said I should resent her for not supporting my siblings, but I told him they'd never be my true siblings. He argued that my mom was far worse than him and that I needed to see it. He claimed he gave us more while she gave less. I told him no one could ever be as bad as he is in my eyes. I said I'd always despise him. He then complained to my grandmother, his mother, who told me I shouldn't be so rigid in my views. She advised me not to pick sides or hate my dad. Am I wrong? No, you're not wrong. Your dad's behavior is indefensible, and your grandmother's advice isn't helpful. You should call him out for running to his mom when things don't go his way. Ask your grandmother why she isn't covering the other kids' lunches if she's so concerned. It's absurd that your dad expects your mom, who's already fully supporting you and your brother, to provide for his other family too. It sounds like your mom's parents are the ones with financial stability. Your dad and his partner are shameless, and his actions are beyond comprehension. It's outrageous that he uses his other kids to claim some moral superiority while pressuring the wife he betrayed to support the family he created. He's likely bitter that your mom has found stability and isn't struggling like he is, and he's willing to manipulate his own children to disrupt her peace. What a deplorable person. The affair might be the best thing he did for your mom, freeing her from his burden. My tween daughter and I live about an hour from New York City. Since she was little, I've taken her there most weekends. As she grew older, she sometimes invited friends. They always know the expectations. Bring a bag for the train, carry your own things, stay together, expect lots of walking, and enjoy the experience. Phones are allowed, but I encourage activities without screens. I always discuss the plans with parents beforehand, highlighting the amount of walking. We sometimes walk for 45 minutes or more. For her birthday last weekend, she wanted to visit the city with friends, explore her favorite places, have dinner, and possibly see a show. My mother contributed to the cost of tickets and joined us. My daughter invited 3 girls, 2 longtime friends familiar with the routine, and a new friend, Leah. I spoke with Leah's mom, outlined the rules, emphasized the walking, and suggested Leah bring something for the train due to poor signal. Leah's mom said she was thrilled. My daughter also explained the expectations. On the train, Leah brought only her phone, got bored when the signal dropped, refused to talk or play games with the others, and complained. Upon arriving, she immediately requested a taxi. My daughter reminded her we walk. As we visited shops, Leah kept whining and asking for a cab. I remained patient, offered water and snack breaks, and even suggested the subway as a compromise, but she refused when she learned what it was. Hours later, we stopped for dinner at a place with options for everyone. Leah complained again and said she wanted to go home. I spoke with her privately to check if she was unwell or upset, but she just said it was dull. I told her we'd stay a few more hours for the show, but she could call her mom to leave. Leah called, and her mom asked me to bring her back. Even if my mom or I took Leah back by train after dropping her off, we'd miss the show, and my daughter wanted us both there. I explained we'd stay until after the show. Leah's mom refused to pay for a train ticket or drive. Eventually, Leah's dad picked her up before the show. Leah remained unpleasant during dinner. Later, Leah's mom criticized me to other parents, but they supported me, saying they wouldn't expect me to end the trip early unless a child was sick or injured, which I would have handled. Now Leah's mom won't let her spend time with my daughter. I wonder if I should have just taken her home. Am I wrong? No, you're not wrong. Leah's mom banning her from hanging out with your daughter is a relief. Leah seems demanding and whiny. She could be a negative influence on your daughter. Chalk it up as a learning experience for your daughter. If Leah's mom had taught her proper behavior for group outings, this wouldn't have happened. Given that she wouldn't pay for a train ticket or pick up her own daughter, it's no surprise she's now bad-mouthing you. Leah's entitlement clearly comes from her mom. She should have apologized for her daughter's behavior dragging everyone down. Today, I, a 29-year-old woman, lost my temper with my 31-year-old husband for eating my emergency snacks, which I keep for my hypoglycemia episodes. I'm 19 weeks pregnant with our second child. During my last pregnancy, a glucose test revealed I have hypoglycemia. This explained many symptoms I'd had even before pregnancy. During pregnancy, it's much worse. I need to eat every couple of hours to maintain my energy. Even then, I sometimes get sudden hypoglycemic episodes. They're awful. I get shaky, sweaty, have hot flashes, feel faint, lose coordination, and experience brain fog. I keep specific snacks at home and in the car for these episodes. The intense hunger during an episode is unbearable. It's like I've run a marathon without eating. My husband is selfish with food, to put it mildly. He eats my leftovers. If we buy something we both like, he consumes most of it, leaving little for me. He started eating my emergency snacks. I began buying extras so he could have his own, but he eats everything faster and in larger amounts than I do. If he finishes his and sees mine, he takes them without asking. I've discussed this with him countless times. It's exhausting. I've asked him not to touch my designated snacks unless he asks. He thinks it's no big deal. Today, I felt unwell and went to get a snack, only to find he'd taken it. I called him at work to confirm, and he admitted he took it because he was late and needed something quick. I lost it. I'm exhausted from pregnancy, hormonal, and chasing our toddler. Yes, we have other food, but these snacks are easy and quickly boost my nutrition. It feels trivial to be upset over food, but I'm worn out from repeating myself. He always says he'll replace the food, but that doesn't help when I need it immediately. I yelled at him, told him not to talk to me when he gets home, and to handle his own dinner. Am I wrong for being so upset over snacks? No, you're not wrong. Hypoglycemia can harm your baby, and his snack cravings don't outweigh your medical needs. He's being incredibly selfish. Show him articles on how hypoglycemia affects a developing fetus. Schedule an appointment with your OB to explain the condition to him clearly. Honestly, he might dismiss medical advice he doesn't like as exaggerated. He's clearly self-centered, taking food from his pregnant wife for convenience. Be ready for him to eat your kids' snacks too, justifying it as just food. It's not about the snacks, it's his lack of restraint, disregard for your health, and indifference to your unborn child's well-being. Your husband is inconsiderate. Keep snacks in your purse or diaper bag from now on. He's shown he's unreliable. Frankly, this behavior is serious enough to consider divorce. This isn't just about snacks, it's a critical medical need that could become life-threatening for you and your baby. His actions are irresponsible and unacceptable. You're underreacting. Protect yourself and your children. My friend Kate lives in a small studio apartment. 2 months ago, she asked to store 2 small boxes of her winter clothes at my place, as I have a 2-bedroom apartment with extra space. I saw no issue and agreed. But those boxes turned into bags, shoes, coats, and more. She now has about 6 large bags and 2 bins cluttering my spare room. I told her it's overwhelming my space and making me uncomfortable, especially since I use that room for work and studying. When I asked her to pick up her things or pay a small fee, like $30 a month, less than a storage unit, she got upset. She called me greedy, said friends don't charge for favors, and accused me of acting like a landlord in my own home. It's not just about money, it's about my space. I feel embarrassed having guests over and explaining why I'm storing her wardrobe. I've had to move her things multiple times to use my desk. Some mutual friends support my boundaries, but others think I'm being petty over something that's been bothering me deeply. Am I wrong for refusing to let my friend turn my apartment into her storage unit? No, you're not wrong. You don't owe her space for her excessive shopping. Your empty space isn't her storage unit. You don't owe her your home's harmony. Set a deadline for her to remove her things and store them elsewhere. She's taking advantage of you. If she's using your home as a closet, it's more than just clutter. How often does she invade your space to access her items? You're essentially a free storage shed. Give her a specific day and time to collect everything. No exceptions. Reclaim your space and dignity. You made a mistake by not saying no when she exceeded the agreed-upon boxes. You let her treat you like a doormat with free space. Now what? Speak up firmly, set a date, and tell her her things will be on the curb if she doesn't comply. Will it be uncomfortable? Absolutely, but that's on you. My teenage daughter's parents divorced 4 years ago, with 50-50 custody. About a year ago, my dad gave me a phone without a SIM card, previously used by his girlfriend. I thought it was only for his house. Around 8 months ago, near Christmas, he said I could take it to my mom's, though she never explicitly approved. When I brought it there, I was open about it, and she didn't comment. I kept bringing it for 8 months until, the day before school started, my mom emailed my dad to say the phone wasn't allowed at her house. That first week at her place, I was admittedly rude, feeling she was being patronizing, saying things like, "You can do everything on your iPad." She told me to be patient, that it would distract me from school. My iPad is nearly a decade old, and the touchscreen barely works. I aced my first 2 tests. The next week, she offered to pay half for a new phone if I covered the other half. I initially liked the idea, but my dad said if she got me a new phone, it wouldn't be allowed at his house. So, I dropped the plan. Today, my mom proposed another idea, which I found ridiculous. She suggested I give her $400, she'd buy herself a new phone, and give me her current one. I was upset, and we argued. She called me entitled, and I said if I am, it's her fault. Am I wrong? Where are you getting $400 at your age? Your parents are awful. Tell your mom to act like an adult and co-parent reasonably. You're not wrong. Your parents are using this phone issue to spite each other, which is immature and unfair. Both are being unreasonable. Suggest your mom and dad each pay half for a new phone, and you'll use it at both houses equally. Your parents are acting absurdly. I'm sorry you're caught in this. It's outrageous that you can't use the same phone at both homes, and even worse that they expect you to pay for it. I bet your mom wouldn't care about the phone if it had been her boyfriend's instead of your dad's girlfriend's. You're stuck in their divorce drama, which isn't about the phone but their unresolved bitterness. Your parents need to mature and prioritize you over their conflicts.